Well, what's up, everybody? This is Woes with our Week 3 matchup in the PWC against the Mockingbirds. So yeah, let's get into it. As you can see, I'm kind of scared of this team because I rely a lot on using, Mega Metagross. And this thing, and Azumarill too. It's usually my two offensive bonds I try to use the most. And he has really good counters for both of them. He has the Shaman that can do a lot of damage to an Azumarill, especially with Seed Flare. Then he also has Adaptability Groudon and Emboar and Bisharp for the Mega Metagross. I even thought about not bringing it this week just because of the fact that he does have a lot of counters and ways to take it out. I mean, even the Copper Gragas can do a lot of damage to it if it starts setting up. But I think I have a pretty good team around it, though. I have a Citrus Berry, Belly Drumming, Azumarill, Mega Metagross, of course, with Ice Punch and Brick Break, yeah, for the Bisharp and the Groudon. Then I also have defensive Rocky Helmet Belt Tank. I have the Acelgor this week. It is running Expert Belt, Modest. It can do it can almost one shot the Mega Altaria. You do a lot of damage to the Emboar and the Bisharp and the Groudon actually. And they do pretty good damage to Shaman too, so it has a pretty good matchup this week. I also brought a physically defensive Cresselia this week, and then a Scarfed Adamant Hydreigon. I don't really have a special ball this week, as you can see. The only special threat is the Shaman, but I have ways to take that out. So yeah, I kind of wanted to lead off with my Hydreigon. It is Scarfed, so I can do no matter what. Here is a good turn though. I had to kind of predict because he can switch out, knowing that I do have superpower on this thing. Excuse me. So I kind of did I want to go for superpower this turn, or did I just want to U-turn out, which was my original plan, and kind of go from there. I do end up superpowering, just in case. I mean, this thing can do a lot of damage to a Mega Metagross, so I just want to get down as much as I can if he stays in, which he does. It is sashed, and he does get up his Stealth Rocks, so I'm okay with that. And now here, I am going to switch out to Miltank. If he wants to attack him, it will take it out with the Rocky Helmet, so he does Sucker Punch from. At this point, I'm just going to set up my Stealth Rocks, expecting a U-turn, not U-turn, a knockoff, something like that, which he does go for, so I can get my Stealth Rocks up and take it out, which is a very good turn. In comes an Emboar. I kind of made a bold play here. I stay in and Thunder Wave this thing because I need this thing slowed down, and he predicted me to switch out, obviously. Or else he could have taken me out with any sort of fighting move, really. He does switch out again. I'm just going to Body Slam. Try to get as most damage as I can off on this thing. So yeah, I get the para on the Body Slam on the Shaman switching. I'm just going to Milk Drink, and he hits me with a Life Orbed Seed Flare. And oh my god, it is a lot. That's why this thing is so scary. I'm just going to Body Slam again. Try to get as much damage on because I can take it out then with a U-turn. He does decide to rest, and I was really hoping for not Sleep Talk. Otherwise, I'd be screwed, but he luckily isn't. So he has to burn 2 turns of sleep, but I can just get a good chunk of damage off on this thing. He will take me out though on Earth Power actually, just in case I switched out into Mega Metagross, which is a good play. But like I said, I can switch into Hydreigon at this point, just U-turn out. If he wants to switch out, I can switch in, but he does sack this thing off, which is pretty smart. I'm just going to go out on my Crest. At this point, I was like, oh, it's a good move because I have HP fighting on this. Unless he goes out into the Copper Gragas, which is as soon as I switched in, I realized that. So I do have to switch out at this point. I have really nothing to hit this thing into a Acelgor. At this point, I'm just trying to get as much damage up on this thing and allow my Scarf Dragon come in and start crunching things. So yeah, he's going to Shadow Ball, almost take it out. I'm not sure how I lived that at +1. And I'm just going to fire off another one, trying to get as much damage. I think it does about 80%, so as long as it's down here, that's perfectly fine. So I will go out to the... Actually, no, it doesn't do 80%, I forgot, because his thing is very defensive. It's only going to do like 40, I think? Yeah, 40%. 48, actually, so I do get the Fence Drop. That doesn't really matter, because even if he didn't, I would easily take it out. I'm just going to fire off another one, hoping that he does stay in, which he does. At this point, it gives him a free switch into Altaria at this point, which kind of sucks. I am scarfed, so I have to switch out. I go into Crest because I can wall sling a little bit, and he starts setting up. He sets up a con guard, and I'm kind of scared of this thing at this point. So I'm just gonna T-wave it. I need to slow this thing down, expecting a Dragon Dance. I just need to hope maybe get a kill Paris, but I can do a lot of damage with Meteor Mesh at this point because I will outspeed it. As you can see by my Crest outspeeding it. I'm just gonna fire off some Psychics at this point. I do get a special defense drop, which does help, along with one para and then a second para on this turn as well, which really does suck. Doesn't really matter though, because at that point, like I said, as long as I hit a Meteor Mash, I should be able to take it out of +3, because I am Adamant, Tough Claws, Stab, Meteor Mash from Mega Metagross. At this point, I'm gonna pause it here. I can switch out at this point, but if he sets up a Sword Stance or a sub or something like that, I am screwed. And I do pack the HP fighting, which does break the subs at this point. I'm like, okay, I should be good at this point. I have very good mods that knockup doesn't even take it out. HP fighting is gonna drop down to like 18%. Yeah. It's gonna take me out, but I can either go into a Zoom Roll and then play rough, Aqua Jet to take out the last 2 mods, Ice Go into Hydreigon, and fire off 2 Earthquakes to take it out. It was a good game, man. The hacks did kind of suck for you. I'm sorry. Those paras really slowed it down and stopped all momentum that you were gaining by setting up. But yeah, game ball today goes to obviously the Hydreigon. 4 kills. Actually, was it 5? 1? No, yours 4. Yeah, because Cress and Miltank on Rocky Helmet got the other 2. But yeah, good game, man. Once again, sorry. So yeah, I will see you for our week 4 matchup. Peace out.